Nearly 30% of Canadians think Justin Trudeau is the worst prime minister since 1968, a poll suggests. And this is being reshared by the mainstream media. This one is Kelowna Now. These mainstream media is like one person will do an article and then they all latch onto it and share, because for mainstream media, it's about pumping out as many articles as possible to create more eyes on their website and their advertisers, guys. So anyways, that's how the media works. It's never about new content. They very, very rarely will rewrite content or do any investigational journalism themselves. They just always, one person will do an article and then 1,000 of them will reshare it. And that's how fake news spreads so quickly. But here we have on mainstream media showing Trudeau in bad light, which is hilarious as well. So the article is, again, the research company survey found that 29% of respondents deem the current Liberal Party chief to be Canada's worst leader since 1968. That's up 7 points compared with a similar poll taken in July of 2021. So 2 years later, he's down, or up 7 points of being hated. In this year's survey, Stephen Harper was the next least political leader, with 17% of participants ranking him as the country's poorest PM. After Harper came Pierre Trudeau, 6%. So then Pierre Trudeau is then third. Yeah. I mean, there's obviously not too many people on the list that people really pay attention to. Kim Campbell, 6%. Brian Mulroney, 5%. Jean Chrétien, 5%. Joe Clark, 3%. Paul Martin, 2%. And John Turner, 2%. Animosity towards Justin Trudeau is decidedly strong in one Canadian province, said Mario Canseco, president of Research Company. Almost half of Albertans, 49%, consider him the worst recent prime minister. Good for you, Albertans. Good for you, Albertans. We do have hope in Alberta. The problem is the poll is going to be so altered by the people in Ottawa and Toronto and Niagara Falls too, probably, because they all are indoctrinated over the last so many years into liberalism or communism. They didn't even know it, though. They just call it the left. But now they are the extreme left. As for Canada's best recent PM, Pierre Trudeau was selected by the largest proportion of respondents at 19%, which is very odd. So why is, I think this was in the past, like when I didn't follow politics or have any understanding, the Trudeau name from Pierre had, like, that was one of the reasons that Justin actually got into office, was because of his father's namesake. But not many people of my generation actually knew the history of Pierre Trudeau and knew that Pierre was not very good and in fact was a secret little tyrant as well. And then followed by Harper at 17%, Justin Trudeau 12%, and Chrétien at 9%. For the best one as well. British Columbians alone, meanwhile, were split between Pierre Trudeau 19% and Harper 17%. See the full survey. Let's check it out. So it opens up a little PDF from Research Co. And then you have by gender, female, and then age range. So you have Justin Trudeau on the bottom. For Canada, 12%. Okay, what's the question here? Would you like to ask some questions about the people who have served as Prime Minister of Canada since 1968? We would like to ask you some questions. Which of these politicians do you think has been Canada's best Prime Minister? Best Prime Minister, not sure. And then Justin Trudeau 12 and Pierre Trudeau 19. And then in terms of male, for Justin is 9, female is 15. So and then look at the age bracket. So if more females, they're not quite paying attention, indoctrinated. And certainly the youth at 19%, 18 to 34. See, again, that indoctrination. They have no clue about politics and what's actually happening to the country and why inflation is happening and why warmongering is happening and what is going on with COVIDism, how people make money on Black Lives Matter, who's getting rich, why is the corporate executives in $6 million homes on Black Lives Matter's money. Why does Black Lives Matter have $54 million of assets? Assets, not their own personal assets, right? This is it. So, and then we're going through, and then you can see for Justin Trudeau, It has then 13% from 35 to 54. And the 55 plus is the people that are paying attention. That's the guys, that's you guys actually that are watching my channel. The majority of my demographics at Irnieracing Marcel Irnie YouTube is between 55 and 65. You guys are the ones that are actually paying attention, had the common sense to look for the information. And that's 5% that said Justin Trudeau is a good prime minister. And then you have BC 13%, Alberta 11%, Saskatchewan, Manitoba 6%, Ontario 14%, again going up, Quebec 14%, again Quebec's way to out, and then the Liberal 20%. Let's go to the next page. And which of these politicians do you think has been Canada's worst prime minister? So we have Justin Trudeau at the bottom. Oh, hello message. Virginia. Canada, 29% think he's the worst prime minister. And male, for the worst prime ministers, mostly male at 32%, followed by female at 26%. See, the same thing, the reverse. And 26% is in the young crowd, below 34. 28% think he's the worst prime minister from 35 to 54. And again, 55 plus is 31%. And so BC is 30%, Alberta is 49%, like we read in the article. Saskatchewan, Manitoba, 39%. Virginia, I gotta put on Do Not Disturb. Oh boy. And Ontario, 26%, thinks he's the worst prime minister. Quebec is 19%, Atlantic is 29%. See, high in the Atlantic, Liberal is 8%, Conservative 65%. Sorry about these messages coming through. I got to respond to her, obviously. And, but yeah, so it shows you that Ontario, with their 26%, and Quebec, they are the indoctrinated ones for the Liberal. Well, guys, that's the story. As far as we know it, Trudeau is very much disliked. Some severe hatred following him around everywhere as well, along with the protesters, guys. So anyways, this is Marcel, Irnieracing News, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers.